Is there a subject in your homeschool right now that makes your stomach drop every time it comes up? At some point, most of us need a tutor, and finding the right one online is its own nightmare. I once had to shut down a chemistry session in the middle of it because the tutor started talking down to Marc after he pointed out a mistake in her explanation. That made me steer away of online tutoring for a long time. But right now, as we are headed deeper into high school, we need help again. Today I'm walking you through Wyzant. We'll see how it works, what our first 2 SAT tutoring sessions look like, and whether it's worth it if you're starting from zero like we are. Marc has never taken a practice SAT. I've never taken the SAT at all. I can't teach him test strategy for an exam I have never experienced. So when it was time to start prep, I did what any reasonable homeschool mom would do. I panicked quietly and then I found a tutor. So here's where we are. Marc just sat for his AP Computer Science A exam. This is his second AP. Unlike the APs, there's no course to follow and no textbook. It's just a ton of conflicting advice online and expensive prep courses. And the SAT isn't about what you know, it's about how fast you can think, how you can manage time, and how you avoid trap answers. So I needed a real person, not a $2,000 course. Someone who could assess where Marc stands, tell me what he actually needs to work on, and build a plan. That's how I found Wyzant, and today I want to show you inside, tell you what we love about it, and why we decided to stick with them for the foreseeable future. Wyzant is an online tutoring marketplace. It has over 80,000 tutors covering over 300 subjects, and for the SAT alone, I found 7,300 tutors. You search for what you want, read their profile and reviews, and book a session. You can pay as you go, there are no subscriptions or packages, and lessons start from $10 an hour depending on the tutor and the subject. I'll link the blog post with the full review in the description if you want all the details. Right now, let me show you how the platform actually works. So when you land on Wyzant, you search by subject. I'm going to type in SAT here, and you immediately get a list of tutors. On the left, you've got filters like price range, availability, online or in person, and ratings. I filtered by price and availability first because I wanted to book fast. We also needed a tutor which was online. Each tutor has a full profile. You can see their education, bio, how long they've been tutoring, their hourly rate, and reviews. This is the part I really liked because you can see how many hours each reviewer spent with that tutor before booking them. Someone who left a 5-star review after 20 sessions, that means something. So now if you want to book this tutor, this is instant book. You can see the exact time slots the tutor has free, and this was great for us because it automatically converts to your time zone. Before booking, I learned to always message the tutor first. I told the tutors about Marc's grade, that he's never taken the SAT, and what I wanted from the first session. A tutor who asks good questions back is the one you want to book. And one more thing, after I messaged a couple of tutors, other qualified SAT tutors on the platform reached out to me too. Wyzant shares your request with matches, but they don't see your full message that you sent to the tutors. They only see that you are looking for SAT. And I like that part because I found tutors that were interested that maybe I would have missed otherwise. So we ended up booking 2 sessions, one for SAT English and one for SAT Math, with 2 different tutors to test things out. For English, our tutor Jamie gave Marc a diagnostic with 3 mini tests of 31 questions total across all sections. And I was nervous because Marc is a STEM kid. English is not his thing, but he scored 28 points out of 31. I was shocked. The section I'd been losing sleep over, he's already strong in it. I would have spent months worrying about a problem that barely exists. Jamie walked through every wrong answer and explained exactly why the incorrect options don't work. That's something a practice test can't do. A book gives you the answer, a tutor shows you how to think about it, and that's what we wanted. For math, we booked Andrew. He assessed Marc across all SAT math areas, from algebra, trigonometry, geometry to advanced math. He was methodical, patient, and when Marc made a mistake, Andrew asked questions to figure out whether it was a knowledge gap or just a careless error. That distinction matters because the fix is completely different depending on which it is. And honestly, I was holding my breath because I wanted to know if our math program had been enough all these years, and Andrew said Marc's foundation is solid, so that was a huge relief. Now I have to be honest, this isn't our first time on Wyzant. We tried it last year for math tutoring and the tutor just didn't work out. He talked at Marc the entire session and that's not how Marc learns. He didn't engage and I knew within 20 minutes it wasn't right. But this is the thing I love about Wyzant. I used their good fit guarantee and I got the full refund. That experience taught me to message tutors first instead of just booking and hoping for the best. This time around, I did that and the difference was night and day. But if you have a bad experience with a tutor on Wyzant, know that you can get your money back on the first session with any tutor. So this is very different from just going out there, booking a random tutor on the internet and hoping for the best. And that's why we'll stick with them for the rest of high school. So here's what I actually love about Wyzant after using it. The first thing is that I didn't have to commit to anything. I didn't know if Marc needed 2 sessions or 20. I didn't even know what section of the SAT would be the biggest problem for him and how much remedial work, if any, we had to do. So the last thing I wanted was to buy some big package up front and pray it works out. With Wyzant, I booked 1 session, got real answers, and decided from there. That's how it should work when you're figuring things out. Second, I got to pick who works with my kid. After the chemistry disaster, I didn't trust platforms that just assign you someone and hope for the best. On Wyzant, I could read the profiles, I checked their review. I love how they show how many hours each reviewer actually spent with the tutor before they left the review. I messaged the tutors before booking, I told them about Marc, and by the time the session started, the tutor already knew who they were working with. Both our tutors showed up prepared and that made all the difference. And then there's the thing that actually made me trust Wyzant in the first place. They call it the good fit guarantee. If your first session with any new tutor doesn't work out, you get a full refund. And I know this works because I've used it. Last year we had an experience with a tutor who wasn't a great fit and I got my money back without any questions. And this is the part that most people miss. That guarantee applies every single time you try someone new, not just the first time on the platform. So you can actually try people out until you find the right fit without throwing money away. Also, with Wyzant, everything runs inside what they call the Learning Studio. It's right in your browser. There's video, interactive whiteboard, screen sharing, and even a code editor for subjects like programming, which I cannot wait to try out. I didn't have to set up Zoom or deal with tech problems 5 minutes before a session. And honestly, there's one little thing that might also make a difference. I don't want 5 different tutoring platforms through high school. Right now, we are using it for SAT prep. Next year, Marc is taking AP Calculus, and after that, who knows? Wyzant has over 80,000 tutors across 300 subjects, and with one account, you have access to all of them. Wyzant connects you to a tutor. They bring the expertise and you bring the kid. If you want someone who can assess where your kid actually stands, show them how the SAT works, and build a plan around their specific gaps, this is the best starting point I've found for the SAT, especially for homeschool families who are used to one-on-one learning anyway. 2 sessions gave me more clarity than weeks of Googling. I now know where Marc is strong, where he needs some work, and what to do next. best. So I'll link Wyzant in the description plus my full review. You can see more details about our experience with them and what I love about them. They also have a $15 credit for your first lesson if you want to try it, link below. And don't forget to check the full written review on my blog for all the details. I hope this video was useful, and if you want more honest, real-life homeschool reviews like this, hit that like button and subscribe, or head over to my blog at monkeyamount.com. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious.